What's up, everyone? Welcome to another Chart Fanatics and Market AI live stream. We're going to be able to go through the US PPI data today. So let's get right into it. So just going to review here on gold what we have going on with Market AI. So gold drifts near 43.80 as lower oil and soft CPI support bulls. So if you guys didn't know, yesterday we had the US CPI data, which came out here. And that showed that inflation came down to 3.4% on the yearly and 0.2% on the monthly. And that had a bit of an impact on gold, but not anything major. So we had this push up, but since the data was on forecast, it just became a bit choppy. And today we have the PPI. So that's what we're going to prepare for today. If anybody in the chat wants to pipe up and say whether they trade XAU USD or GC for gold, we can take a look at either of those or anything else you guys want to look at in terms of how the economic data can impact that. So ES, NQ, or any FX pairs, we can review that as well. Just want you guys to be active in the chat, ask your questions. I'm here to answer whatever questions you guys have. So today we have the US PPI data, so producer inflation data. That's important because it can have an impact on the Fed outlook, which is going to be what has the most impact on gold overall. So here for the PPI data, we'll switch the impact to what's going to happen to gold depending on how the data releases. And we get our economic data playbook. So PPI final demand year over year, signals pipeline inflation feeding Fed decisions, shows producer margins and cost pressures trend. Surprises can move yields in the dollar and the risk of reacceleration in goods inflation. So we have the playbook here. Markets are expecting a 4.9 print. So anything above these maximum and minimum ranges, it's what's going to create that volatility and what's going to create those outsized moves. So very bearish for gold would be a print above 5.2 or higher. And very bullish for gold would be a print below 4.7. Anything in between, say, 5.1 and 4.8 is going to be less volatile. It's going to be a bit more choppy since that is what the market is expecting. If it does come in line with the forecast like the CPI did yesterday, it's going to cause a ranging market. So that is the headline print. So that has energy prices in it. And then if we go to the core print, which strips out the energy prices and food prices, we get a different expectation because those prices are more volatile. So for the core print, which is excluding food and energy, a 4.3 print would be very bearish for gold, and a 4% print or below would be very bullish for gold. When we look at what that would do to Fed expectations, right now, the markets are expecting the Fed to hold rates again in September. If we see a higher inflation reading from PPI, we still need to see that transmit through to CPI for this to really have a shift on Fed expectations. So the Fed focuses more on consumer inflation, but PPI, which is producer inflation, sometimes is the first signal before we see an increase in consumer inflation. So producers pay higher prices first, and then they transmit those prices down to consumers. And then overall, we are in a bullish bias in gold, but just ranging. And that's being supported by Hormuz corridor diplomacy seen easing Gulf shipping tensions and oil risk. Soft US CPI cools inflation and Fed hike odds. Core inflation easing supports lower real yields and gold appeal. What could flip that bearish? Obviously, the ongoing tensions in the Middle East and the conflicts, which keeps oil supply disruption risk elevated. Elevated oil benchmarks restrain how far inflation expectations can fall. And the Red Sea Houthi attacks and hidden Saudi shipments intensify oil worries. So the tensions in the strait are still what can flip this bearish. And again, any headline from Trump that would come through the breaking news terminal here could flip gold on its head pretty quick. But the important thing here is that the market has priced in and adjusted to a lot of these tensions. Until we get new information, which is not something the market has already digested, we won't really see those same moves that we saw before. So we could get a Trump headline that just spikes down to a better demand zone, and then we resume the bullish price action on gold. When we take a look at the chart here, this is the daily. So we know that gold was in this range here for about 5 weeks. And then we broke out of the range, right? So what happens when you consolidate for a long period of time? After you consolidate for a long period of time, the move outside of that range, it's going to be a fairly large move because there's so much liquidity collected here that then pushes prices higher, and the market then seeks to accept prices in this area, which we are doing right now. We're seeing the market kind of find balance here and accept these prices. I still think in the long term, gold has an opportunity to come down and test this area again and validate this breakout before seeing some continuation higher. And I would not flip my bias to long-term bearish until we clear this entire distribution back to the downside. So on a higher time frame outlook, I'm still leaning towards more gold upside, but I do know that we're coming into a really big area here where we had a prior balance, right? So once the market comes back into this area here and we come back into this zone, we might not just blast through it. We could chop here for months at a time, right? Before we get any sort of direction. So the market right now is accepting prices in the 43.89, 4400 area on XAU USD. And we are just going to wait and see how this inflation data either reprices the Fed or doesn't reprice the Fed here at 8:30. Once we get deeper into the intraday timeframes here, I'll put the levels back on. And this is what I'm going to be looking at on gold. Played which the for Sleeping Dolphin in the chat here played what the move on gold. I was buying the lows on gold. If we look on the daily, I had an entry here, and then I had an entry here, and then I secured pretty much everything over the last couple of days as I saw some intraday exhaustion here with these 3 daily candles failing to break higher, and then just the market starting to balance, right? So now we have 3 days of balance. So we haven't taken out the highs. Sorry, we haven't taken out the highs and we haven't taken out the lows. So the market is in balance here. This is the market one time framing higher. So we took out this high, never challenged the low, made a new high, came back, made a low, took out the high, and then again, right? You see that these prior day lows are not being challenged. And now we are in balance. The market is just trading sideways. And then if we put the levels back on, and we have our session profiles as well, you can see that the market here, if you look at these volume profiles, these little areas here are the volume or the value areas. So the market was establishing value higher until we came into the zone over the last 3 days. So now the market is finding balance here. So this is the box that we're in. When we are trading in balance, the smartest thing to do is to just fade the edges, right? So if price comes down here, we look for a buy. If the PPI release comes in higher than expected, we can come up here and then challenge these highs. and then sell from the top. For me, the market is in balance until it can prove me otherwise. So I would need to see some new information to then either jump into the buy side and find continuation or jump into the downside. But for me, I still have this as a possible buy area. And then this here, right? So this is where I'm going to be looking to do some business in the market today. And I am leaning with bulls going into the PPI data today. If we take a look at some of the indices, so we'll look at NQ. I know somebody in the chat said they trade NQ. I'm going to take the gold levels off, but I'll keep the session profiles back on. So if we look at NQ, kind of the same thing as gold, right? So the market was establishing value higher, and now it's come into this balance range. So very similar, except we are trading at the higher end of balance, and we are making those higher lows when we are in the balance range. So for NQ, down here, we buy or a breakout above retest. And then if you want to get a little bit more zoomed in and see what we could have for scalp ideas, we do have this value area here and the top of this value area here. And we have seen a buy impulse from here, but we will need to take out these highs with the next push. Otherwise, this could then liquidate into these lows here. So we have that reaction there. We have this area here. So this would be where I would be looking to buy NQ. So we'll leave those there for the stream. And then ES will be very similar to NQ. So ES primarily in balance as well in this general area here. And the market tends to be in balance more than it is trending, right? So this is why they call it an efficient market, because the market will find balance and it needs new information to then drive price in either direction. So when we look at ES, some of the areas that I'll mark off here for today will be the low of this balance range, or the low of this value area, sorry. And then we have this low here, which also lines up with that wick rejection here. So I am leaning more on the risk on side today. So seeing continued upside for indices, equities, gold, all your risk assets that are tied back to the dollar and the Fed. So in my opinion, the Fed, Kevin Warsh, the new Fed chair, is staying away from forward guidance. So some of these prints are going to have a lot more impact than they did before with Powell. But I am leaning more towards he's going to hold rates and keep holding rates until there's different information that's going to sway his outlook and his view. Because right now the labor market is still strong. Inflation data is not very concerning as of yet. Like if we go look at inflation expectations, they're still quite well contained. So this is 10-year inflation expectations. We were here in April when the war was really pushing inflation expectations higher. We have then now corrected all of that, and 10-year inflation expectations are sitting at 2.26, where the Fed goal is 2. So I would really need to see this move materially higher for it to cause any concern on the Fed outlook and interest rates, which would then put downside pressure on gold, downside pressure on NQ, downside pressure on ES, and push the dollar higher. When we look at the dollar and how that can move with the data, for me, if the dollar breaks above 100.06, it's going to cause a bit of a downside move on gold. So this is a really important level to watch, especially with the data. If we spike up and hold and then start trading down, that's going to give us the signal that we can then buy gold and jump in with buyers. If we break above 100.06, then I'd wait for a deeper pullback on gold and likely see dollar come into this 100.4, 100.25 area before reassessing whether we can jump into some gold buys. Someone in the chat here, how to use Market Edge for bias. So here, Market will give you the predominant bias for the day and the session on the asset. So that's gold. We can look at the dollar. So the dollar is bearish but ranging. ES is bullish but ranging. So you get your bias here, and then down here, you get your reasoning as to what supports that bias. And then your reasoning as to what could flip that bias. So if any of these escalate or any of these drivers get some new information, so for example, the Middle East conflict, if we get new information like boots on the ground military operation, that's something that the market hasn't adjusted to. So then that would create a flip watch headline on Market AI, which then would trigger you to start looking at gold and seeing how the market is moving as it digests that information. So Market AI is a really good tool to get breaking news, up to the minute information, and then it steers you in the direction of what you need to look for. It's not going to tell you what to do. You need to then take this information and make your own decisions. But a lot of this information used to take me hours to compile. Market AI just gives it to you in an easily digestible format. And then we have this new feature here called Ask Market, which can tell us what we are looking for today. So today we know we have US PPI. So I'm going to ask Market to prepare us for that report. If you don't have any knowledge of fundamentals, actually Market AI is a really good tool to start learning, especially with Ask Market. You can ask Market questions and it's going to walk you through in a really easy to understand format as to what impacts each asset, what impacts the market, why that's important. So I'll walk you through a little bit of that, right? So we ask Market to prepare us for the PPI. It's going to take all the factors that the producer inflation data will impact the market, right? So this is rate decisions. So that impacts Fed expectation. If you don't like reading the line graph, you can look at the bar chart. So Fed expectations in September is no change, October, no change. So right now, this is telling me that the market expects the Fed to hold rates. Then it tells you, how do you prepare for this? So an above forecast print, 5.0%, especially greater than 5.2, is bearish for gold via USD bullish real yield spike. It revives the September hike bets and lifts the dollar. The dollar then pushes towards 100.3. On forecast, which is 4.9, like we saw with the scorecard, is neutral and it confirms a cooling trend without shocking Fed pricing. So it's still below the prior, so it's showing a cooling trend, but it doesn't impact Fed pricing. And then below forecast, especially below 4.7, is bullish for gold via USD being bearish. So that's your playbook. These are your trade scenarios. So it's already preparing you for what impact that's going to have on that market. And then it gives you your assets that are impacted by that data. And it walks you through everything there. And then I'll show you another tip too with market, which is really cool. So let's say you have a breaking news headline. Iran rejects Trump's trade control claims as falsehood, right? So you hit this little sparkle icon here and it's going to tell you, teach me. So if you don't know, you can ask it to teach you, and it's going to say, this headline involves the concept of choke points in global trade. A choke point is a narrow channel or passage such as strait or a canal where the flow of commercial traffic, especially oil, is concentrated. Because a significant portion of the world's trade, particularly energy supplies, must pass through these limited routes, choke points are strategically important. Any disruption or threat to these passages can have a substantial impact on global supply chains and commodity prices. So that's why the strait is so important. And then if you ask it to explain the market impact of that headline after you understand why it's important, this is risk off for rates, sensitive and import dependent assets with a clear bullish bias for oil and safe havens. Iran's rejection keeps Strait of Hormuz disruption risk alive, sustaining the geopolitical risk premium even as softer US inflation and weaker demand cap the upside. Watch Brent, which is crude, and the dollar. If shipping remains constrained, inflation expectations and energy volatility stay elevated. So then you see the headlines that are directly tied to each one of those points there. So prior to having market, this is all stuff you kind of had to learn on your own. Market has done a great job of bringing all that information into this platform. So if you have no knowledge of fundamentals, it's still going to walk you through each headline, each economic data report. It's going to give you your bias. It's going to tell you why it happened. I mean, we have lots of things going on here. You have your scenario, so it already gives you a playbook. It's very similar to the playbook we have for today, except I'm still looking for a bit more of a buy reaction here at these lows. But it does a great job of preparing you for what's to come and what's going on in the market right now. But great question, because prior to having market, learning fundamentals meant reading all the macroeconomic literature and textbooks, and then bringing that back to the market, which the textbook definitions don't always work in the market. So Market AI does a really good job at taking that information and relating it back to what we actually see on the charts. For example, if you read a macroeconomics textbook, they're going to say higher inflation is bullish for gold because gold is an inflation hedge. But the second layer of that is that higher inflation then impacts the Fed's interest rate outlook, and higher interest rates then put downside pressure on gold. So the textbook definition is right, but not fully right, because then you need to layer in that second layer, which is what Market AI does here. What's my background as in like what? Like, where am I from? If you're asking like where I'm from, I was born in Colombia, but I live in Canada. And then now we have our gold chart here. Let's zoom in a little bit to give you guys a better view, and I will then mark off what we are looking for today. So I do still see a bit of demand here. Just depends on how the economic data comes out. If not, then I'm willing to wait for a pullback into these areas here. Right, so we have the first idea. And then our second idea, if we break through that level. And then we'll have the calendar up here so we can see the data release. and then watch what happens on the charts. My trader background. So I started trading, I think it was the end of 2020 going into 2021, like with COVID and lockdowns. If you guys know G from Capital Hungry, so him and I went to college together. And then after a while, I started to see some of his content on Instagram. So I said, yo, teach me how to trade. And yeah, so he was like, you're not about it. You're not gonna put the time and dedication that it takes to do this. But if you do, sure, like I'll show you. So I had to prove myself a little bit and to prove to him that I was willing to put the time in. I put the time in. I joined Capital Hungry. I learned a lot from Capital Hungry. And then after that, I started to just kind of branch out on my own, create my own strategy, create my own system of looking at things. But what I did take away from that was the importance of macroeconomics, fundamentals, and how they drive price and the market. So ever since then, my focus has always been on the macroeconomics. I love the mechanics of the market and how each little thing impacts something else. It's a lot of game theory too. Like the market could be rational or could be irrational longer than you can stay rational. So it's also playing that layer into the game. It's an auction, it's a game, it's buyers versus sellers. You're always trying to get one up on somebody else. It's a performance activity, it's competitive, it's something that I really love and enjoy to do. And just be in these trenches and these markets daily is something that really drives me every day. Could you break down any of your trades that you took with the help of Market AI? Yeah, of course. So when we came out of this breakout here, Market AI went from ranging to bullish. So we had that. It explained the move as to what happened. So even if you click on this candle, it's going to explain to you what happened, right? So this candle that I clicked on was driven by Trump says US holding very good discussions with Iran. So that then told me that this breakout could be the extension move that I've been waiting for. So then my strategy is to wait for a pullback to a better demanded price point. So pullback to here was a buy. We made another high, pullback to the demand zone, that's a buy. While I have this bias supporting me, I'm gonna look for buys. Until this bias flips and tells me that we're now moving bearish, I see flip watch headlines come in here to tell me that we could be flipping bearish. I have new information that comes through the news feed that tells me it's bearish. Then I make the decision when I look at my chart as to where I'm gonna sell. So Market AI keeps me informed on what's going on in the market, so I don't have to constantly be doing the research. That's what I love about this tool. All right, so we're 2 minutes away from the US PPI data release. Let's take a look here, pull our calendar up. Minimum and maximum ranges are what's most important. Your other economic calendar websites, your Forex Factories, Trading Economics, FX Street, whatever you want to use, they don't have this. This is institutional level data. These are bank ranges. So this is where the market is positioned to accept within those ranges. So Market AI has an advantage with having that information for you, as if the print comes outside of those ranges, then you can see a more volatile market. So Market AI, if you're asking about the accuracy, it's got institutional level data backing it, right? So it's a terminal that the Market AI team pays thousands of dollars yearly for the economic data and for all the information to come through the Market AI terminal. So 20-second countdown here for the producer inflation data, and then we'll take a look at the chart. We're not going to trade the initial reaction. I always say that. Don't trade the initial reaction. Wait for the market to establish a range and figure out where the market wants to go next. All right, so 4.7, it's right at the lower end of the range for the core print. And then we're just waiting, and then the yearly came out at 4.2, so it's within the range. So for me, this is going to be a bit of a ranging market. Maybe we get some upside. Let's take a look at gold. So initial spike was up. Let's drill down to the 5. So initial spike reaction was up, but it rejected 4,400 on the dot. Psychological price level. So let's see what we get when we get into the zone here. I would definitely look for a rejection candle like this, but here, so like a bullish reversal candle, to give us that confirmation that sellers did indeed get trapped, and then buyers are gonna then push higher. This could end up just being a choppy range like yesterday. We will wait for price to trade into the zone. I do not want to look for anything here, even though it's a key level, just because we've had lots of price action there already. And this is the bottom of the balance range for the daily time frame. So you can see here, we also had jobless claims, but jobless claims is not a real big impact right now because it's been in the same like 250K to 150K range for I think the last 3 years. So far reaction, the dollar, I do want to see if it comes to test 100.06. It's pushing up. Yes, coming down. So it's at the top of balance, right? So what this tells me is that the inflation data did not have enough information for buyers to look for higher prices. So then what do buyers do? They need to look for new buyers and new initiative buying. And what's the logical thing to do in the markets, right? It's to buy low and sell high. So they need to go find a low to buy lower, as they did sell at these highs. So now the market is in balance and we are just seeing participants transacting within this range. So we just have to be patient and see how the market digests the overall inflation picture, because now we have CPI and PPI. CPI came out yesterday in line, PPI came out today, basically in line with a bit of a cooling aspect to it. So that right now is just keeping the market choppy because it's not new information. We didn't get a big drop or a big increase. Right, so you have the euro up, the dollar pairs earlier fall in choppy trading after data, like I just said. Dollar yen last down to 159.36. Choppy markets right now. So while we wait for that data to settle, I'll tell you how I use market in the mornings to prepare, right? So let's see. Yeah, so the Market AI team's also working on a mobile app to make it extremely pocket friendly. There is a mobile extension that you can install on your home screen, and it directs you to the web page. And they have made the web page have a mobile interface, but there is a mobile app coming. It's in the works right now. It's just going through the approval process, but stay tuned for that because that's going to be another groundbreaking move by the market AI team to really position themselves well in this market. So when I asked market to prepare me for the day, it's going to give me everything that is on the docket for today. So we had the PPI, jobless claims, Iran claiming the Strait of Hormuz control, which we did go over those headlines. It's going to summarize the headlines that are of importance. And then into tomorrow, it's going to tell you what's important tomorrow, which is retail sales, the University of Michigan consumer sentiment. It gives you that information there. And then it's saying that presidential schedule, because we need to keep watching Trump, because Trump could definitely move the markets with one post. He's got nothing on the docket right now, and then no public remarks on tap, but he is a wild card. And once he goes to the washroom and starts to get on his phone, that's when you get those crazy Truth Social posts. But yeah, nothing on the docket for Trump in terms of like public speaking appearances. So it's a low risk from the White House. And then it's telling us to watch oil into the close as the Hormuz escalation keeps supply risk bid alive. So you can see the first 5-minute candle after the data, there's a indecision candle. We tested 3382-ish, 83, and then 4400. And now we're seeing sellers start to drive price lower to test this demand area here, where I am looking for some initiative buying. How do I mark zones like supply and demand? Sure, I'll walk you through that. So let's go look at, let's say, GC. So gold futures. So for me, the way I look at supply and demand might be a little bit different than most people. Like you can look and be like, oh, okay, so we had these lows here, that's supply, or sorry, that's demand. We have these highs here, that's supply, that's resistance. That's good and that works. But for me, when I look at demand, I look at where price really had an impulse from, right? So where did we see an actual candle that proves to us that there was buying activity there? Here. So this is a good example of a strong demand. What did this demand area do? It created a new high. We had an impulse. It created a new high. It came down. It never came back to retest this low or this demand. And then we tested higher and we tested higher again. Now we cannot break higher. So now this is starting to form supply, but I haven't seen an impulse from the supply to really make it a strong area for me to be willing to sell. I'm still in a bullish bias, so I'm more so looking for demand to be tested. You can see here again, price accepted. We have a balance range. There's buying activity down here. Every time we come down here, there's buying. Come down, there's buying. Come down, there's buying. So to me, that's another secondary demand, but this is the primary demand that initiated this move higher. If you want me to explain supply a little bit better, we'll go down to where gold was bearish. Supply, right? So you see these impulse moves, that's selling activity proving itself and showing me that there is indeed a seller there. So when we come back to this area, naturally, what happens when there's impulse is buyers get trapped, right? So these buyers here were looking for higher prices, and then this seller stepped in and drove them lower. So in the market, for you to exit your buy position, you have to sell at market, right? So once these buyers are underwater here, what happens when we go back to this price point is they're gonna look to get out of the market. So they become natural sellers. And then that, with the combination of the supply already there, creates another sell move, right? So we have the initial seller drive lower, and then we have those trap buyers looking to get out of the market, which then creates some natural selling to the downside. So that's a little bit of how I determine supply and demand at price. And then I do use the volume profiles and then key levels to really define where I'm going to take my trades and my positions to get a little bit more accurate, because supply zones and demand zones can be fairly large zones, but I do like to be a bit more granular, more accurate to find a specific level that I want to trade at. The volume profiles for gold, I use them from basically the Globex open till the close. It's like an entire daily profile, because gold does have a lot of volume move through it overnight during the Asian sessions, right? So I basically have it running from 6 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern time, New York time. But for ES and Q, I'd look at both. So I'll look for like an entire day's profile, or I'll look at just the cash hours profile. But gold does tend to move basically all day. So I like to see and capture the entire day. So now we have some Fed speakers coming out here. So Fed's Barkin sees inflation falling on easing wage pressures, supply chain improvements. And you can see here that Kevin Warsh has them on a tight leash. Fed official Barkin does not specify, oh, where'd the headline go? Anyways, it said that he's not talking about policy stance. Oh yeah, here. Fed's official Barkin does not specify rate view, but notes many members see current level as sufficient to curb inflation. So, oh, here comes another Fed speaker. So it looks like the Fed speakers are coming out in full force. And they're saying that rates are okay where they are, right? So they're not pricing in more rates or more rate hikes or a rate hike. They're not being hawkish. They're being more dovish or less hawkish, which gives gold a boost to the upside. I did want it to come test these levels, so I'm still going to wait and see for that. I don't want to just go in willy-nilly here because those headlines are coming out. The market still needs to find a price to trade first. The headlines will drive it there, or the headlines will continue the momentum, but the market still needs to find a price to trade at. And I mean, seasonally, like we're in August, and seasonally August volume is usually pretty trash. So it just makes sense that the market is in balance and at a standstill right now. We have a really important Fed event at the end of this month, which is not usually on the economic calendar docket because it's not an FOMC and it's not an economic data release. It's called the Jackson Hole Symposium. It's at the end of August. I think it's the last week of August. So last Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. When Kevin Warsh goes to do his speech, you guys need to tune in for that. Jackson Hole Symposium has been proven time after time, year after year, to be a forum where the Fed chair really takes the filter off and talks about monetary policy without trying to manipulate or control the price stability in the market. So 2022, Jerome Powell at Jackson Hole had like it's a 3-minute speech where he just talked about interest rates going higher and the maximum pain that was coming for the economy. And that really kicked off that bearish move in 2022 on gold. And then last year, if I show you guys what happened last year at Jackson Hole. So Jackson Hole last year was right here, right? And at that time, Powell flipped from hawkish to dovish and lit up this move on gold here. Let's go look at market. And let's ask market what happened at last year's Jackson Hole Symposium. So here we go. Last year's Jackson Hole, August 22nd, 2025. Jerome Powell delivered a dovish pivot that fired up markets. Treasuries rallied, yields dove, equities jumped, and the dollar weakened as he signaled rate cuts were coming. The speech walked a tightrope between acknowledging progress on inflation and avoiding a commitment to when cuts would start. But markets took it as a green light for the September easing cycle. And then you can see here, Powell's Jackson Hole address fires up markets with a dovish tilt, which then created this upside, parabolic, massive move on gold that we saw towards the end of last year. So super important, make sure you have Jackson Hole Symposium on your calendar. It's at the end of this month. I think for me here, if gold doesn't come back to retest these areas, we're in this balance here. So I wouldn't want to buy like break and retest of these levels. I would need to see price completely clear these prices from yesterday and the day before for a continuation trade. I mean, you can probably scalp these levels, but you're trading in the middle of the range. And I mean, I do like to tell people, don't diddle in the middle, because there's a lot of price action here that can take you either way, especially if you're in balance. If the market is in balance like it has been for the last 3 days, it's easy to get faded once you come into here and then get faded back down. So just trade the extremes. Don't look for anything in this chop. If you guys have any other questions, throw them in the chat. Let's take a look at NQ and ES, see what's going on with those two guys. So very similar reaction to gold, just chop, 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 chop. And then NQ as well. Keep an eye on these levels once cash hours opens, especially here, since this is the entire day's volume profile. If we come down into this area here where Globex made a low, maybe we sweep that low, but don't find acceptance below it. And it's kind of like a look below, you fail, and then rally. Dollar's making its way down and never came back to 100.6. And if we look at the VIX, look, the VIX is, yeah, the VIX is at the lows. There's no risk in the market right now. The market doesn't care about the geopolitical tensions anymore. It's given up on that. Trump said last weekend that he's low-keying it with Iran. So he's just getting ready for midterms and he doesn't want to really ruin his chances at that. So what's this all telling me right now is that we are still supportive of gold. We're still looking for a gold upside. We just need to find some good levels to trade at. But for me, what I got from the inflation data is that the Fed is going to hold rates steady until they get new information. The Fed looks at a longer term outlook. We're looking at like this week, today, this month. The Fed's looking at the next 3 months, the next 6 months, the next 12 months, the next 3 years. So for them, one report doesn't build a trend. So like that one poor NFP last week, it doesn't build a trend. We need to see a continuation of that. Yeah, I was dying when I saw that headline. Let me see if I can find it here. This guy talks so much though that like his headlines are there's you can scroll for days and read Trump headlines. That's something I do too. Like sometimes if I want to like really be in tune with the market, instead of doom scrolling on my phone, I'll doom scroll through these headlines and kind of get myself uh, in line with what the market is doing. Yeah, see, so no, it's gonna be buried in the Trump headlines. So watch those Fed speakers. We'll see how that continues to unfold, but we're still supportive on gold, and Fed speakers are now coming out to give their opinions. It's also important to notice here that the dollar is still holding below 100 psychological price point. If dollar can't get back above 100, it's still going to be gold supportive. It looks like NQ and ES are going for it. So Fed speakers here, just to summarize a little bit of what they're saying, is that they still see inflation in a good trajectory and they see rates okay where they are. They're willing to hold rates steady here. So even though they're going to hold rates, it doesn't mean they're going to cut rates, but it does mean that what the market was pricing in last month, which was a rate hike, is now being priced out. So what do you guys in the chat do when it's a market like this, when it's a boring market? What do you guys do? I usually end up just going through headlines, figuring out what else is driving the market. Yeah, exercise or read, that's really good too. I have a sit stand desk and I have a walking pad underneath it. So sometimes I just kind of rip that for a bit. If you don't have a sit stand desk, that's also a cheat code. Productivity cheat code. For some reason, sometimes standing up, you just lock in even more. Well, the most recent high impact news. Trump's still going at Iran. That's also the beauty of market AIs. Like when you see these headlines, it's going to tell you what assets get impacted and how, right? So this headline was positive for ES, but negative for gold. This headline is gold positive and US dollar negative. July CPI. And then nothing really left on the calendar today. And tomorrow we have retail sales and University of Michigan preliminary readings for consumer sentiment, inflation expectations, and 1 year and 5 year inflation. So these candles are yellow because there's an indicator on there for ATR and volume expansion. So they turn yellow if the volume and the range of the candle exceeds, I think it's 65% of the prior 10 candles. So it kind of just gives me a visual idea of where market interest builds. So where volume increases, there's more participation. And then you could potentially either see continuation or reversal. It doesn't tell me if it's buyers or sellers. It just tells me that there's more volume or more interest coming into that specific area. Yeah, Matt, that's awesome. Recently subscribed to Market AI. It's now a core staple in my pre-market preparation. That's amazing. It's good to hear that. I'll make sure the team gets kudos for that as well. But yeah, it's a really good tool to really get yourself in tune with markets overall. So ideally what I want to see in cash hours is if a price can push into the zone and then reject, and then buyers jump in and push it higher. That's pretty much the only trade I'm looking for today. I don't expect to see this deeper pullback unless we get some new information that we haven't seen already, or we get a long liquidation. And then if you guys remember earlier when I was talking about supply and demand at price, this is here on a lower time frame example. You can see that this 5-minute candle basically engulfed these candles here, and then we got the push up. So coming back to retest this demand area is what I would want to see, but it does look like buyers are going to look for continuation and seek higher prices, especially if the dollar keeps making its way lower. But we'll see. We'll see what kind of volume cash hours brings and see what happens there. Here you could also you hit headline notifications, and then you could get rid of this and they'll pop up down here. All right, so we're coming in to a close here for the Chart Fanatics and Market AI stream. A bit of a dud stream just because the inflation data came in on expectations. So just a choppy ranging market. Walked you guys through a little bit of Market AI, a little bit of the macroeconomics and fundamentals side. If you don't have Market AI yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. This is a really, really critical tool to have in your arsenal to be able to stay in tune with markets. Market AI does this stream Tuesdays through Thursdays at 8 a.m. And if there is a really big economic event, we will likely do another one. So make sure you guys come in, tune in, learn about macro fundamentals, learn what's actually moving price, and stay ahead of the game. So with that being said, I'll leave you guys to be, and tune in tomorrow at 8 a.m. again for Chart Fanatics and Market AI. I'll catch you guys later.
Let me just take up screen again. I can see. Hello, hello. Can everybody hear me? Good morning, everyone. One in chat, if you can hear me. What's up, Matt? Okay, we're gonna have people joining soon. As always, we have everyone dropping in almost in the last minute. One. Good morning, good morning. Hello, Gord Funded. Ambren Nasir. Good morning. How are you guys doing? How was your week? How was your trading, your week? Doesn't have to be just trading. How is life? What's up, Mac? Hey, Paul, how you been doing? I'm great. It's been a good week. Yesterday, I want to see, maybe I can share it here. But you know what? Maybe I will share it in Discord. I think you guys are all in there. Few more do you do? I'm good. I'm very good. Last week I actually took like 5 days off, and also my PC broke down, which was not the best. But to be honest, it felt good because I got a little break. Hello, Tom. Livet kunde inte vara bättre. Nice. Okay. By the way, let me go into Chart Fanatics. Make sure to join Chart Fanatics Discord. Here you have it. It's gonna pop up any second. Want to share something with you guys in there. Good morning. Are you in any trades? No, not at the moment. I don't have anything at the moment. You know, let's go over to the chart as well, so we can. I'm gonna try to do it all in one go. Okay, lovely. Now we have the chart open. 5-minute profile framing. Let's start here. So make sure to join the Discord. I want to share something in the channel. If you go down to Pavlovic channel, I'm gonna share with you guys a thing. Ooh, now that I think about it, can I really share it like this? Okay, just join, and towards the end, I'm gonna show you guys something. Okay, how are we doing? Hello, Aha. What's up, Aha? Saif, what's up? Regime for today, Pav. Let's see. Let's see. So we are technically, we've been in a range for quite a while now. Everything, all of this is a range. So usually what I like to do is just merge it, clean up, just make it simple for myself. But there is something that makes me more bullish than bearish, and I'm gonna share with you. So yeah, we can just plot it all as a range and make it super simple. We have value area high above, value area low below. So I want to be a buyer here, seller here, but pay attention to where we come from. So this is the composition profile on the right side, as you can see. So it's based on 3 months of data. Now, something I did a video about, and I shared it on my YouTube and Instagram. Really simple. This is pretty much how I like how I build my narrative, my bias. So I pay attention to the value areas, POC and value area. So we're going lower, but when we are in value area low on the composition profile and we shift higher, so which is what happened right here, that's when I flip my bias to becoming more bullish. And yeah, since then, we've just been bullish, shifting higher. Then we reached a range around composition profile, the POC on it as well. But yeah, we come from the bottom and usually we go to the top. So up here, until we reach value area high on the composition profile, I'm gonna be bullish, more bullish. So yeah, I'm still bullish. So that's my narrative on the daily profile framing. Okay, let's see. I'm leaning bullish for today. Okay, nice, same. Is it deep charts platform? Yes, and as you can see, you get 30% off with code CF. And yeah, I trade on deep charts. Okay, nice. Now we got that out of the way. Let me go to 1 minute. Great minds think alike. Nice. Okay, let me see. Okay, you guys not gonna see my daily profile framing chart now. I have it on the left side, but yeah. Let's see, where are we right now? 29,900. Okay, which is pretty much okay at the upper band of the value area high. Do this. Okay, have the whole swing. I'm pretty much set, but yeah, so I'm leaning towards being more bullish. However, I never try to predict, only react. So I have a narrative when it comes to taking the trade. There's a lot of other steps in before it. I don't know how to use this platform. If you get deep charts, you're gonna get provided with some guides, some tutorials on the platform. So some videos where you can they explain how to use it. So yeah, if you get deep charts. But the platform is really clean and simple, and it's pretty new. Keep that in mind. And yeah, no, I think you're gonna get the hang of it, hang of it as soon as you start with it. It's really simple to use. Can we trade in deep charts platform with prop firm accounts? Yeah, yes. I trade with prop firm accounts. I have mine here. I have with Apex, Rhythmic on Lucid, and so on. But yeah, you can trade with prop firms from deep charts. Bias. I'm leaning towards being more bullish. Okay. Oi, oi, oi. Let me do this actually. I'm gonna share with you guys something. Okay. If you go to Discord in Chart Fanatics, you're going to see a new tool that I'm using. It's called TN Options. Pretty much you can see the GEX and the GEX levels and all of that stuff that gets updated live. So you have those static levels usually people use. Yeah, we have now live updating GEX levels. I would love to share with you guys. I'm gonna do it like this. Let me recap a trade we took. No, actually 2 trades we took yesterday. Take this up. IVB break on long, hopefully. We haven't had a decent IVB breakout to the long in a while, because I have algos that trade that idea and they haven't taken a lot of trades at all. Really, it's like it feels like we haven't broken out to the upside in a while, at least for the IVB. Show us how bias is bullish. Okay, let me go back to it because we're gonna have more people join in. Yeah, maybe we can stay at the profile framing chart until enough people join in, because I'm gonna get this question quite a lot. So why I'm bullish is because we shifted bullish. The value shifted higher in value area along the composition profile. Okay. As long as we don't reach up to, I'm gonna lean toward being bullish as long as we don't reach up to value area high on the composition profile. Up here, if we shift lower, that's gonna start to lean towards being bearish. Until then, I'm going to be bullish. And yeah, you could merge all of this, or if you want to be super granular, yeah, if you compare it yesterday, what happened yesterday compared to the day before, we shifted higher. Maybe it's time that we continue higher, but we don't know. Gotta see what happens. Funny ass candles this week. Yeah, this week has been pure shit. Like literally. Like really, especially for us, you know, momentum players. Nothing. But yeah, I did take 2 trades yesterday. No, wait, 4 trades, 2 wins, 2 break evens, and I got funded on 1 account. Yeah, but I don't usually trade ranges, but yeah, took some small scalps. Good morning, what's up, Bobby? What is IVB, initial value balance? Initial value balance, not yeah. And IVB is the first opening range, 30-minute opening range. I wait for a breakout out of that range to look for and take trades in that direction. That's it, actually. It has statistical validation to it, algorithmic backtesting validation. Like, there's a lot of stuff. It's just profitable long term, and it's been working for a while. It is similar to Orb, you know, the opening range breakout. However, this one is induced with volume. So we look at volume on the breakout to like make sure, like tell us, is this breakout valid or not? Is it backed by volume, which make it more profitable, like more probable of continuing. That's it. Okay. Let me see if we have everything here. Nice. Okay. I'm just going to alert my community as well that we are live. What time does London open? Yes, I know, or 15 exactly. Yeah, London open in I have it in Swedish time, but it's around 8 o'clock in my time. So what will that be in New York time? I don't know what it will be in New York time, but in my time it's 8 o'clock. What's up, Damiak? Okay, we have people from my end joining soon. Let me go through the trades that I took yesterday. Was quite a good day yesterday. Like it was choppy, but yeah, it did play out quite good for us. CPI, yeah. So we took 2 trades yesterday. Oh my god, what's going on? This was the first one. This one was a bummer. Why? No, wait. I took this one as well. The reason why we went break even on it, went break even too damn fast on this one. Could have made another good profits. Last one was this one, yeah. And it was when Trump tweeted. This was luck. This was pure luck. Really. The way he tweeted and he went in our direction. Fucking garbage. What do you look for the confirmation before you trade? Absorption. I want to see one side lose. That's like my must. I want to see them lose and the other side stepping in, and then I'm just jump on the train. That's it. And to do so, I use something called big trades and delta profile. So we can go, if you look here, yeah, I pay attention to the delta profile for this as well. So for example, let me give you like, you see now the sellers right here. If we trade below it, that's when I'm like interested in like, okay, I'm gonna take this. Sorry, my bad. If the buyers, technically, we're gonna watch and pay attention to now. Yeah. So if we trade below these buyers, like we did here, then I could maybe try a sell here to go short. Why? Because these buyers failed to push price higher. These sellers stepped in, and yeah, this is gonna be a good chance to push. That's my confirmation at least. But now you gotta also and always pair it with something else. So I don't know if you heard about it from Carmine Rosat. You have CLC, so context, location, and confirmation. Yeah. But yeah, this is my confirmation. What tells me when to like take the trigger. What's up, Trench? Freaking Trump candle. Yeah. Yesterday we were lucky with the Trump candle. Mr. Orange guy almost sent us, man. No, but it was yeah, it was crazy. But it was a good day. Early start. No, just plotting it. Just show them. No early trades there. Do you of an indicator that can identify absorption? You know, I did use time and sales before. I don't know an indicator in TradingView. I don't use it. I don't use TradingView, but I think you can create something with time and sales because it's reading the book, like it says reading the orders, right? But I don't know. You gotta go search it up on YouTube or Google. No idea. What's up, BR? Good morning. Thank you for sharing. What was the tweet about? No idea. No idea. See, maybe I can. Let me see what happened yesterday. Does anybody know? Anyone have any ideas? What did Trump tweet yesterday? Donald Trump tweets. Let's. I'm gonna take it up on Financial Juice. Some news are not so reliable. Let's see. Oh yeah. I can't find it. I don't know. Wasn't a tweet, he farted. Yeah, he farted in the correct direction for us then. That's a good at least. What's up, Andre? Let's see. Okay, let's go to where we are right now.
Yo, morning, Pav.
Oi, good morning, Sanj. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
All good.
Nice to finally meet you, man.
Likewise. I didn't know you would join today.
Yeah, I decided to surprise you. I like to keep things spontaneous, man.
Okay, nice. Happy to have you.
I try and hop in where I can throughout the week. So I had a little bit of time today. I thought I'd pop in and say what's up.
Nice.
By the way, do you mind me calling you Pav? Is that cool?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if you. I saw someone say it in the chat. I was like, I'm gonna fit in with the rest of the crowd.
Nah, it's okay. Yeah, because Pavlovic can be a little hard to pronounce sometimes because it's not the most normal last name.
Yeah, fair enough. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Sweden and Serbia.
Nice.
Yeah, how about you?
Originally from the UK, born and raised in London.
I can hear it in your English. You don't have any broken.
I get this a lot. Yeah, I get this a lot.
Nice.
How are the markets looking for you today, man?
Ooh, let's see. Actually, I don't know. Maybe because yesterday we had a CPI release and it was quite a dead market yesterday. Did you trade yesterday?
My bread and butter is not really intraday trading. I'm gonna start moving into it. You'll start seeing me doing probably a little bit of it on live streams.
Okay.
I observe a lot of it, but I personally didn't trade.
Okay. Yeah. No, but yesterday was terrible. Hopefully today is gonna be a little better. But yeah.
Yeah. I jumped on with Hugh yesterday for a little bit, and we were just talking about it was a very flat range bound market for the bulk of the session.
Yeah. It was not the best. Oh yeah. Now I have more people joining. Hello everyone.
Yeah. Everyone wants to know my my hair oil, man. Everyone tunes in for that.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Michele-san? What up, Sherry? Day 69 of asking for Sanjay's hair oil. There we go.
These guys are from my server. They are a little crazy sometimes.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I love it, man. I love the energy. Bobby says, "What's up, Mr. Bermuda?" He also did it yesterday, just checking on you to report to the bosses. Oh man.
Nice. What's up, Bermuda? Positive gamma. Yeah. Today we have positive gamma. By the way, Sanj, do you trade using options or something like that?
I'm mainly a price action guy, man. I'm a boring old school price action
traditional
guy.
Yeah. Nice.
I was talking to Hugh yesterday about this though, because he also trades. You trade order flow, right?
Yeah, order flow.
Yeah, Hugh is very similar. I was telling him I had someone on a podcast a little while ago who also traded order flow, and it was my first like real experience at seeing what goes on that side of the world, and it was super interesting. I can't lie, it definitely sparked my attention.
Yeah, I was a price action trader before. I did some ICT, did some, dare I say, trend lines and all of that stuff. But when I got introduced to order flow, it's like a whole new world opened up for you. And
what do you feel like it changed for you? Was it just understanding, or was it actual like consistency in your trading as well?
Let's say like this. So previously, when I only traded price action, it's like you saw the results of order flow. But now I'm studying like what is causing the results of order flow. So and it definitely helped me. I felt like I was not guessing anymore if buyers are stepping in here or sellers are stepping in. Now I can actually see it.
Interesting.
So it's like you put on what is it called when you put on some glasses and you can see like 3D X-ray
vision.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. I think I asked our guest on the podcast the exact same thing.
Okay.
Having like seen both sides of things, right? A price action perspective and an order flow perspective. Do you think it's possible to make money only trading price action, like without knowing what goes on behind the scenes? Do you think it's possible to find consistency for a lot of people?
Like for sure, but I feel like you have a disadvantage, definitely. Yeah, for sure, because you're trading. I'm studying the results of price action. You're trading the results. So it's like, you can have an edge in that. You can make money and all of that. Like clearly there are some
Yeah,
people doing it, but I feel like you have a little disadvantage because how can I say it? How can I frame that? UICT, you're a price action trader. What type of price action trader are you?
So I use probably a combination of supply and demand and support and resistance. It's the very basic, like it's the retail stuff that most people laugh at, but it actually makes money.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like you say, you can make money with that. Price action. Okay. Yeah. I was like, just take me for example. I was an ICT trader before, and sure, I managed to get funded and all of that. I'm not saying you can't do it. You can definitely make money with it, but I feel like now if I would have been an ICT trader and pairing it with order flow, yeah, that would be a whole different beast. I'm gonna be honest, because it's like I can not guess like, is this a fair value gap? For example, if you look at my screen.
Yeah.
You can look at that. If you want to see like volume in the candles, I'm not guessing anymore. Is this like a gap? Is an imbalance or whatever? No, I can see it now. So it's like in that sense that you have a little bigger edge if you not the that's pretty much it. Why is it so laggy? Okay, let me see.
Mikeletsum said Sanj is already asking to use Pav's nickname, Guy's friendship at its peak.
Can you walk us through with your new tool? Which tool, Tom? Do you mean the delta profile on the right side? By the way, Sanj, have you seen this tool? It's like showing the delta.
Talk me through it, man.
Yeah.
Again, this is a whole new world for me. It's like looking at hieroglyphics for me, brother.
Yeah, but it's really simple tool actually. Like here we have we can see where buyers and sellers are stepping in. So we can see that a lot of sellers stepped in here, but price did not respect it, which is like, so if you pair it with something, I don't know, you have a model that's based on, I don't know, whatever you want to buy in, say value area low here. You see sellers step in, failing. Yeah, that can maybe be your cue to take a long, and yeah. So it's quite simple tool, just showing where buyers and sellers stepping in. Yeah.
Where would you recommend most people start if they wanted to get into the world of order flow?
Oh, I would go to my mentor Fabio Valentini. Not as that's the go-to guy. He was the one that introduced me to it, and shout out to Andrea Cimi as well, because he was the guy that gave Fabio the exposure in a sense.
Nice.
Yeah, I would go to Fabio Valentini for sure. If you want, go to somebody that has done it and has proven he can do it. And he's the guy for it, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, when I first got kind of introduced to this world, I loved the fact that you see kind of what goes on to create the candlesticks. That was always, you understand the reasons. Like you said, you showed the example of the fair value gap, right? But you can think of every price action pattern that could play out. You couple that with order flow and you see what's going on behind the scenes. It does make a lot of sense.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. Take your existing price action model and put it on steroids. And by doing, use order flow for it.
Fair. Sherry says, Pav, teach him our McChicken pattern. What's going on here?
Nah, when the market is doing some bullshit, you don't have anything happen like yesterday. We call it the McDonald's pattern. It's sometimes something like this shit.
Fair enough.
Nah, we're just trolling a little.
Yeah, fair.
What's up, Mohammed?
What's up, Matt? Hope you're doing well, bro.
The new terminal you're using. Okay. He's asking about the terminal. I can't share it here because it's gonna mess up with the stream, but I will definitely show it in Discord. I can share a little about it in Discord.
Go market open volatility.
Nice. Okay, we got market open. Lovely. Okay, let's see. As always, I love to pay attention to. Let me show you this screen, Sanj and everyone watching. Nope. Okay, now we have more people joining. What's up, Banga? Okay, let's do the recap of my bias for today. Super simple. We have the composition profile on the right side. So it's pretty much 3 months of data and it's merged into one big profile. So when we are in value low, that's when we are cheap in a sense in the auction. And then what I want to pay attention to is the flip in value. So previously we had a bearish value going lower and lower, but as soon as value shifted higher, exactly on this day, this is the day we started looking for longs in my playbook. So yeah, as long as we are shifting higher, I'm gonna be bullish. So if you compare, this was yesterday to the day before, we shifted higher again, I'm gonna look for longs. So it's two stuff. Composition is bullish and daily profile framing is bullish. And a good place to look for buys is in value area low on previous day composition value area low. Okay, that's the game plan. Let's go over to the 1 minute.
When you build a bias like that, does that mean you'll never go short on the day? Like, will you scalp shorts for any reason, or are you only looking for the long play?
Good question. Yes, I will actually. So this is more like narrative. You know, something we learned from Fabio is that you should never try to predict, right? You should only try to react. So okay. Even if my narrative is like it's building on being like bullish, it's not 100% decided. I have to wait and see what price does. It's gonna tell me like what should we look for today. But yeah.
Got you.
Nice. What's up, Banga? Samuel. Welcome. Yeah, and I don't know if you heard about this, Sanj, but I'm using something called IVB.
I heard you guys talking about it just before I jumped on the stream.
Yeah, it's pretty much like Orb. Yeah, have you heard about Orb?
Orb, I know. Yeah. It's pretty much like Orb, waiting for the opening range, but this one is induced with volume. So on the breakout, I want to pay attention to volume. Okay.
And that's like gonna tell me if the breakout is more valid in a sense, and if I should start looking for longs or short, doesn't matter, like in that direction.
Got you. And did you say this one you have an algo that will do it for you? Yeah.
We have an algo for this. It only goes long though.
Okay.
Yeah. So say we have the opening range here after 30 minutes. Once it closes above on a 5-minute candle, it also looks at the volume, the delta, to back it up. And once it closes above, it goes long here, say, and short, my bad, stop loss bill on the other side of the range, and it goes for a 1-to-1. So this model is statistically valid like for 5 years. Really good results. So
nice.
But yes, so you have this algo that is like profitable, just doing this simple, we call it a stupid model because of this, because it's really simple. And yeah, so now I just paired that finding. This is one of the reasons why I trade IVB. I paired that finding with my discretionary trading. So instead of going long just on a 5-minute breakout, I try to find a more precise entry here with the smaller stop loss.
Okay.
To capitalize on that statistics in a sense.
Got you.
Yeah.
Can I ask why only long? Why not shorts as well?
That's because the market has been in a upshifting regime for the past since Corona and stuff. So, and we compare it to the short side, there was no edge really.
Got you.
Yeah, only longs were like printing. Wow, look at this open. Okay, we're
Crazy.
pushing. We can see all the buyers on the right side. Look at the delta profile.
Does the model ever exclude it if the range is too big?
That's a really good question, and yes, it doesn't. That's the thing. However, we have tweaked it so the model doesn't take entries if the range is too large, because if the range is too large, statistically, to reach the first like a 1-to-1 on it, it's almost around 20%, something like that. So it's not even worth taking trades. Like, it's like, yeah, you get it.
I mean, this is really pumping. I use a lot of data to try and back up a lot of the plays that I make. So a lot of the price action models are backed by a little bit of just general statistics. So much like you have like the all plays and things like this, I measure a variety of things, but one of the data points that I love to use a lot is ATR, and just measure it over time. And so for me, like if things are at or near ATR, I choose to, I less look for breakouts in that direction and more look for mean reversion.
Nice. Yeah. Very good point. We built the model around ATR and what's it called? ADR as well. Yeah. So it measured the ATR and all of that. So if it's too long range and then you try to take a long, like, it doesn't make sense. It's exactly like you have put it out.
This thing is just a one-way train at the moment.
Yeah, the bias is playing out, or the narrative is playing out, but let's see. I want to pay attention to, unfortunately, you guys can't see my left chart where I have the volume profiles. This is going to be interesting. We are in an area where we might reject because we did it previously. The volume. See if I can put it out here. Let's see. I need to make, let me check. I think I gotta make $40 more and then I'm funded on this account as well.
Nice.
Yeah. $40 more and then that's it with that one. I'm gonna take it slow, but yeah, from the looks of it, we open up quite hefty. We have a call wall at 30,105. So up here we have, I usually say we have problem up here. Let me take it up. So this is an area where we can expect sellers to defend by looking at options. Okay, let's see. What are you? Let me see the chat. Looks like our bullish sentiment was correct, Pav. Great minds think alike. Works well for my swing long. Nice, Matt. Yes, he's working out. Almost long at the value area low. So happens. Trust Pav. They won't be able to the breakout on that level will be straight. Let's see. It's interesting. We are in negative. Well, let me take a look at options. What are we in? We are in positive gamma. So more prone to being choppy, actually. We have quite a lot of levels above. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oi. Look at all the sellers trying to step in here, push price lower, but price is not accepting it. This can be the fuel to like push it higher. You know, Sanj, my confirmation is absorption, and the reason for it is, if say sellers are trying to push price lower now, but they are failing like they are doing right now, they're gonna be the fuel that push price higher, because if they fail, they have to step out, and that becomes like a buy order.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
that's how. Yeah. Super volatile.
How wide would the range need to be here before the breakout play is invalidated? Is this looking too wide for you, or?
Yeah, this is definitely, we open up around the, what it is, 121. Oi. This is too wide. This is too wide, and it's still going.
Just a one-way train today.
Yeah, that's so funny. Some days, like with Nasdaq. By the way, do you trade Nasdaq, or what do you say? What do you trade?
So when I start intraday, I'm gonna be focusing probably on Nasdaq and gold.
Okay.
But right now, for my swing plays, I mainly trade FX. But it's becoming a very difficult market from my eyes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you trade Nasdaq. That's like, Nasdaq is so super volatile. How is it to trade Nasdaq, and you trade using support and resistance, right?
Yeah. So again, from an intraday perspective, I haven't started this yet. My bread and butter is I swing trade FX.
Yeah. And you want to tap more into intraday scalping and so on?
Yeah, I think so. So what I have now is my swing trading model. It's lower win rate, higher risk to reward. And what I want is an intraday model that can kind of offset the variance that I get with that, with a higher win rate, lower risk to reward. So I'm thinking of either doing something focused on one-to-one, or even maybe negative R.
Okay. Yeah.
I know. I've heard a lot for prop firms playing with negative R can be actually quite beneficial.
Nice, really good point. Yeah, I wanted to mention this today. Yeah, I saw something about this recently. They can risk like their full account size, but to make maybe only $200, and they have like a 98% win rate. Some people like say 99 or whatever. That can actually be a play. Yeah.
Probably not the best route to go on personal, but I think for prop firms, there's definitely some edge in there.
Yeah, definitely not on personal. That would be like shooting yourself in the foot. No. Yeah. But so you want to transition from swing trading to scalping almost.
So I don't want to transition. I want to have both.
Yeah, you want to
right
have
now
both.
my swing strategy works well, but only in specific regimes. And so I have extended periods of time where it sits either flat or in drawdown. And during those times, I would love to be able to offset those periods with more of an intraday model that produces a little bit more setups and is quicker to react to the market. And I've found, especially in Trump times, market conditions can change very, very quickly. Whereas my go-to time frame to operate on is a daily time frame. So for things to change structurally for me, it takes a long time.
You're gonna, how will it be for you to like transition, like not transition, like now you're gonna test out some scalping, whatever. You were a swing trader, right? So you want now when you start doing some scalping, how is that gonna like affect your psychology, emotional part? What do you think?
This is what I'm actually very interested to see for myself, because when I first started trading, I started off as attempting to be an intraday trader, and the biggest battle for me was my psychology. I couldn't control what happened internally. I couldn't make decisions quick enough. I was very emotional. But back then I was doing a lot of things wrong. I had no data to support what I did. I hadn't done enough testing or modeling to see that something actually gave me positive expectancy in the long run. But these are all things that I learned along the way, but I found definitely like a comfort level and a lot more consistency in swing trading. But I do think there's value in going both ways. I think there's positives and negatives to however you decide to trade. You just got to find what works for you, right?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, let's see. Maybe it will fit you like better now, because you have, in Sweden we say kött på benen. It's like you have meat on your legs now, in a sense. So
I'd like to say I got a bit of a foundation now, right? I got a stronger foundation to build from. So it'll be interesting. I'm sure it's going to be a test, because like I said, I think the time frame that I'm probably going to focus on is either maybe like a 5-minute chart. But it's been a long time since I've actively looked at trading a 5-minute chart. I'm not used to seeing that many candles move. Like I said, my time frame of operation is like a daily chart. So things are for me are very, very slow normally.
Yeah. Oof. From daily to the 5-minute chart. Yeah, that's gonna be a whole different story. Yeah, but
Bro,
let's see.
I'm gonna be coming on here next week or something, and we're gonna need to do some therapy sessions, I think.
Yeah. Trust me, scalping can like like it can fuck up your head quite fast if it goes to that.
Sherry says, bro is gonna lose his beard too if he starts scalping.
Yo.
Oh, Sherry, I hope and pray that is not gonna be the case, because I can't afford to lose any more, man.
Holy shit. Bro I'm
gonna have to shave off my chest hair and bring it up here or something, man. I don't know.
Oh shit.
Man.
Let's see. Pavlovic, are you gonna wait for a trace or short opportunity? Probably looking for longs or short. I'm looking for at the moment nothing. I still have 14 minutes left till I can like engage, but from the looks of it, the range is too wide now. Or tall. So yeah, and we have a really interesting level up here. This is a call wall up here where sellers might step in, defend. Let's see. No, besides, that's gonna be interesting.
Taken any positions today? Anyone long? Anyone riding this momentum? Be interesting to see where everyone's at.
I have a lot of IVB traders in my community. We all are pretty much in sync, yeah. So usually when I take a trade, I see in the chat like, oh yeah, I took it also, like TP hit or whatever.
Nice.
But yeah, let's see. We have I was long. Nice, Andre. Okay, we are touching the call wall. Let's see what happens here. This is also HVL. So if we go above here, it's super bullish because we're above HVL and we push through their strongest level for today. But let's see. I was long, but now I'm waiting for 3,118 for short. Okay, nice, nice. I mean long. Nice, Mac.
Nice.
Wow, we are not respecting this at all. You know, I'm trying, I want to transition more into 5-minute chart because I feel like the 1 minute is sure. I made quite good results using it, but it's super like maybe too granular, and 5-minute takes out a lot of noise.
I mean, this is what I worry about in going back to intraday, because I thought about the 1 minute chart, but going from a daily to a 1 minute just seems insane to me.
Yeah.
But 5 minute, I feel like maybe there's a little bit of a sweet spot there. But again, I think find what works for you, right?
Yeah, definitely.
This thing is relentless, man.
We did not respect that level at like, wow, wait. Next level is up at 30,000. 315. Wow, whoa, yo, we are pushing today. $315. No, 320.
Your bias was definitely right for the day, though.
Yeah, but I didn't catch anything of it.
You get brownie points for at least getting the bias right.
Yeah.
No money, just brownies. That's it.
No, but now the range is too tall. Like, this is too much now.
Sellers aren't even trying.
Yeah, literally, what is happening? You know, I can take up a tool now for CVD. If we look at it, let's see what happens. Wow, buyers are pushing and they're getting so much results. Sellers are nothing. Okay.
What does this tool show you?
In simple terms, it shows who is putting their foot on the pedal. Really.
Okay.
Yeah. So how you can use this tool is quite simple. So if for example look at this, these are the buyers stepping in on these candles on the CVD, and if you then look at the price, say that price did something like this. Say the price did something like this. What are we let me repaint this actually. So price did something like this. You know about the SMTs and stuff like that?
Yeah.
It's like the same thing almost, but we're using volume. So for example,
okay.
So now if you look at the CVD where volume is showing like, okay, buyers pushed a lot and they took this high. They traded above it. But if price failed to do so, what would that mean? It means that buyers pushed a lot, price did not respect it. So maybe they got absorbed, exhausted, or whatever. And that can be like a sign for like, okay, time to look for sales because they are not getting paid for their like effort and results.
Interesting. Do you think with the range that's been presented at the moment, you would consider any sort of mean reversion if you saw signs of sellers?
Ooh, it's like almost standing in front of a train that's going 200 in an hour.
What I'm trying to establish is how big your balls are, Pav.
Not that big, not that big.
Fair. I respect that, man. I respect that.
No chance. Right now, no. No chance.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. Trying to maybe jump in on, like, now you have two scenarios. Like we have it going like super fast high, which is going higher and higher, and you don't want to like jump in on the top. You don't want to maybe try to sell the top. Like you don't know, it's conflict of interest. Like it's conflict of interest. Like you don't know how to do it right now. But I have a game plan and it's quite simple. So even if we have a big range like this, IVB is not gonna be the most ideal for me for today. However, I can still look for longs in value area low on the current day's developing profile.
Okay.
So that there's my pullback. It makes sure I don't chase. Like, and it's discount in a bullish market regime. So it's like, I know what I can still do, but yeah, I gotta wait patiently.
Yeah. Patience is always the key, man.
For sure.
Pia says, Pav, can you zoom in a little more to the chart so I can see the number on the big trades?
Sure, for sure. No, let me actually increase the size of them. Why are they always reset?
Sherry says, no trophy trade, Sanj. It ain't Forex. It's rapid Nasdaqistan.
Let me increase the size. Maybe it's going to look a little better. Yeah, I like this. You know, these tools are becoming more available on like Atlas and all different platforms. A lot of these bigger platforms are picking up to it as well. So like big trades, for example, it's become so popular. You see it now on Atlas, Multiwave, Ninja Trader. So it's like everyone's picking up on it. Oy. And we see blind spot by adding QQQ. Add which GEX provider are you with? You should be able to see blind spot, yes. Okay, let's see. We're just pushing. Oy. How's it going in the chat, guys? Anybody took any trades? Made some money today? They learn from the best. If you can't beat them, join them. Yeah. What did you mention about gamma the other day? If we see negative gamma, that normally means what? Really good question. So, and let's keep it as simple as possible. So in negative gamma regime, the movements gets amplified. Okay, so it's more prone to like a breakout working, momentum plays working, because they get amplified by institutions and market makers. The market makers amplify the mood because they hedge and all of that stuff. In positive gamma, they have to hedge a lot, and it's more prone to being choppy. So the only thing you actually need to know when it comes to positive and negative gamma is that negative moves get amplified, hence much better to take breakout trades, momentum trades. Positive gamma, more prone to choppy market, choppy price action. So yeah, taking ranging plays is much better than. That's it. Doesn't have to become more complicated. Somehow it happens. Yep, I am longs from 27,400 with full TP in the next new week, probably 8 all-time high, 27,400. Somebody took a long from.
God,
wow.
Damn. Brother, we need to get you on stream.
Yeah, man. Holy.
Me and Pav are gonna have a day off. You can take over the stream for the day.
Nice, man. How you detect plus B or I have on the TN terminal right now. We have fixed this in my community. You can go into Discord in Chart Fanatics. By the way, here is the Discord. Go to Pavlovic channel and you're gonna see a link. I can share it at the end of the stream. Pretty much, I have data. I'm partnering with a company and I get data from them. So what you pay attention to is like the net gex, and yeah, this decides if it's positive or negative gamma. At the moment, we have plus 8 billion in net gex, but on 0 OTD, you got 1.8 billion. Yeah. So this is how you see if we are in positive or negative gamma. But we also have something called gamma flip. So if we go below it, we're gonna enter a negative market regime, a negative gamma market regime. I have a guide about this actually. Maybe I can post this because it's a lot. It will take quite a lot to go through it all. Dealer today lost so far. Bello. How does next Thursday sound?
Bro, he's even trying to take your window of hosting. Matt, you need to be careful. Pav's gonna report you, bro.
Nah, but that's a sick long, bro. From 27,400. Yeah. Impressive. Well done.
Awesome. Beers are on you, man.
Sanj, if you ever tap into order flow like a lot more, you said you found it interesting and so on, I would give Fabio a shot. I think you're gonna like what you get to learn from him.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep it on my radar, man. It's definitely something that has sparked my interest, and it doesn't seem as, I think a lot in the price action world, you get a lot of things that sound very gimmicky, wishy-washy. They come up with these fancy names. Yeah. This seems like the real deal. You can see volume. It's centralized, obviously, in the future space. It makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. What platform are you trading on, though?
Right now?
Yeah.
I use TradingView primarily for charting, and then I have just my broker for manual execution.
Okay.
I don't have them integrated. I have them separate.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You have. Yeah. Like we have this kind of deep chart. Deep chart is really it's clean. It's a new platform, and it got quite a lot of heat for the price, but it's you can't deny it. It's a super clean platform. It's really nice. So if you, they can really be a good choice. And you also have Atlas and all other stuff. But yeah, deep chart is muy bien.
Nice.
look at this open, man.
It's crazy.
You know, if I'm looking for like being more aggressive on the day, then I can, like I told you before, like I can look at the whole day and look for longs in value area low, or I can like dive in a little deeper, plot the most recent swing, and then look for longs in value area low on that swing. But it depends on how aggressive I want to be. Yeah.
What determines how aggressive you want to be on the day?
It's volatility is a big factor, because if I see that we have a lot of volatility, right? Like for example, we are pushing, we're going, like, then I want to be okay. Let me see if I can jump in. I'm gonna de-risk size, because if the more aggressive I become, the smaller size I go in with. Of course, this is like it's a rule for me. But yeah, volatility and also price action. If it looks super clean, why not? Like, for example, now something I pay attention to is big orders. How respected are these big orders from the looks of it? Like, for example, now we have sellers stepping in. Want to see if they are getting rejected, accepted, whatever. So there's a lot of stuff. It's just not, oh, today I feel like going aggressive. No, it's more like reading the market, like feeling the market. I don't know. I've heard I've heard some legendary traders say this quite often, like they feel the market in a sense.
Yeah.
That's also one factor. And also, if I have risk that I can, like, if I have a lot of risk on the table, then for sure I can take some trades. But yeah, today there's no hurry. I really only need $40 to like get funded on this account. So is it worth chasing stuff? No. Just gonna play it cool. I usually trade PM sessions sometimes as well. So if I don't find anything here, I will find something there maybe. Or if not, I'll see something tomorrow. Institute. I'm learning. It's clean setup, and today I learned you can use your normal trading view for charts and a different broker for execution. Nice, Felix. Epstein said this. Wait, what did Epstein say?
I'm not sure what we said that Epstein also said, but I don't know if that's a good look for the tree.
Wait, hold on. Pause.
Yeah.
What did Epstein say?
If it was anything, it was definitely something that Pav said. I would never quote Epstein.
Oh, no, we're in this together. If I go down, you go down too. Since we are in positive gamma, I think we will short all this long as rebalance. Good idea. I like it, but don't take positive gamma, negative gamma too like how do you say it? Wow, help me out, Sanj. You do the English, I will do the trying to say it.
It's not a the right word is maybe like it's not a rule. I don't know. Is that the right word?
Yeah. Like even if we have positive gamma, it doesn't mean like okay, today I'm only gonna look for mean reversion. But
yes.
Yeah, but
I think ultimately it's always just a game of probability, right? You got to stack it on your side, and that's it. Yeah,
that's the thing. Something like for example, it's a good idea. Let me just try to pronounce it. Bake. It's a really good idea, and I understand it. But if we have a train going 200 in an hour higher, I like, even if I push the gamma, I would rather look to jump on that train than going against it. If it's important, but most beginners miss that you have to get so many reps to get it. Yeah, for sure. Feeling the market.
Such an important point.
Yeah. Traders feel the market, Mr. Aha. Okay, the thing I said about feeling the market. Guys, you caught me. You're gonna see me in the file soon.
Oh man. Epstein has said many things.
Shots fired. My contract got absorbed. Now we were still in. They got absorbed. Now we both absorbed. What's up, Corvin son? Who is your mentor? Fabio Valentini / Epstein. No, I'm joking. No, Fabio Valentini. Do you have gammas in Deep Shot Plan? Do you recommend? Deep Shot are adding the gex and gamma and all of that stuff. I haven't checked it out yet a lot, but they're definitely adding. Use code CF to get 30% off. It's a good platform, guys. We just gotta give them more time. You're gonna have a lot of value.
Mohammed said he got screwed today. Mohammed, I'm guessing you were probably short. Let us know what you did.
Yes, if you went short today, yeah, then for sure this. That's like, oh, yeah, okay. With aha, I'm here with aha moment, lol. Did I win today? Is this a squeeze or a genuine repricing? Can you go into why, please? Is this a squeeze or a genuine repricing? Good question. What do you think, Sanj? Do you have any ideas?
I think we're gonna continue going up. I think it's a genuine repricing. Okay. The thing is, we've been stuck in range for so long. Yeah, we had to break out at some point.
Yeah, actually, really good. Let me take this up. You can actually look at the profile framing. Something I said in the beginning of the session is we are in a range, for example, in this. Let me merge all of this. Oh. We've been chopping up and down, so it's all a big range. Let's merge it. Something we got to learn from Fabio is like the bigger the range, the more denser it is, the bigger the squeeze gonna be. Like when we go out of it. And if you look today, what happened? So we have the range. Look at, we open up and we just sent it. We went to the moon. So it makes sense maybe why we have this volatility, this direction. Just, yeah, we open up, we send it. Let me go back to... And then we look at what happened today. This can just be the big buyers now have we'll search for new value. So we have enter a price discovery mode, and yeah, buyers are pushing. Now we slow down a little.
Ragnarok says, I shorted heavy size, quick scalps, and I really think the top is in.
Did you go short here? At the top? I shorted.
We were looking for the person with big balls. I think we found him.
Boy, yo, he has balls for everyone in the stream. Damn, you went short here. Okay. Now, good luck. Let's see. Maybe he's an inside trader. He knows something we don't, and
maybe.
Oy. Pavlovic, how are you? I'm great. How are you? Guys, make sure to like and subscribe. You guys are doing a great job. Nice. So, because we consolidate for many days, we over time gather enough energy. Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, and the bigger the range, the denser, the bigger the squeeze out is gonna be, the breakout. So it can explain why we have this open. It's just sending it. Nobody gets a chance to jump in. But now we stopped up a little here. Let me see. Is this a psychology level? Up. Nope. Sellers are pushing. Buyers are failing at the top. So we have sellers failing at the bottom, buyers failing at the top. Okay, we have a small range. But yeah, you're correct, Kronos. Sanj, do you look at macroeconomics when you swing trade currencies? If so, have you converted a macro edge into a repeatable swing setup?
It's a great question. My macroeconomics is not the best, if I'm honest. I'm primarily a price action guy. Do I consider macroeconomic factors? For sure. But do they go into a large bulk of my decision making to buy or sell? No. They largely, I try and follow the philosophy that like macro will give the fundamental direction, but the technicals are what are going to give me my actual timing in terms of entry. So there are certain markets that I look at, like for example, you look at the Japanese yen over the last few months. There has been a big speculation that the Bank of Japan is going to be stepping in. There's going to be some intervention in the market that may strengthen the price of the Japanese yen. I tried, for full transparency, I tried to get on the right side and position myself accordingly for when intervention was going to hit, and I got squeezed out before it happened. So, I mean, I try my best, but macro is most definitely not my strong point. The market AI guys, they're probably the best streams for the macro side of things.
Yeah. Okay. Bello.
Here we go again, next leg up.
If we get confirmation from Delta in option flow, that will help. Yeah, Delta is really good too. How do you think it's better for footprint to use 1 minute or range chart? Ooh. Haven't tested it myself. I don't have an answer to that. If I had tested it, maybe I could give you an answer. I don't really use footprint. I just look at big orders as it's like the immediate order flow print. Footprint, maybe 40 range can be, who knows? It can become maybe too much. While a 1 minute is easier to like analyze. 40 range, you can have like 50 candles in like 10 seconds a pair, and you're gonna read the footprint on that. It's gonna be really, I don't know. No idea. How do you do when you take a short or long? I wait for absorption. So I have context, I have location, and I wait for confirmation. And for confirmation, that's absorption. That's when I take the trigger. I'm looking to trade long into VWAP on ES. Okay. More time, more explosive, context to everything. Yeah, 5 min doji at the top. Took IVB long. Okay, nice. It can be a psychological too. So much consolidation for so long builds up more anticipation. Once the move starts, it blows up with momentum like a volcano eruption. Exactly.
I agree with that massively.
For sure. Nice. We don't get the retracement, huh? No. Today we fly without us. It's okay. It's okay. Before, if you go back like 1 year or whatever, when I traded, not 1 year. In the end of 2024, I didn't really make money trading them, but I would be chasing this. I think I would have been burning. I would have lost my account on this day, even if I went long. And because I'm chasing stuff, and say for example I go long here and then we go lower, I get panic, I go out, I go sell. But today, thankfully, like I said, like you also mentioned, you have more foundation, all of that, and I have more meat on my legs, kött på benen, like we say in Swedish. And now I can just sit on my hands and wait.
There's a part of me that also thinks like people have to kind of go through that experience. Like pain is such a powerful teacher as part of your journey.
Yeah. And
you kind of have to make some of these mistakes to realize this is the stupid stuff that you need to stay away from.
Yeah, for sure. Like when you are a kid, when your mother takes up your TOEFL, your flip-flop, and she gives you a hit, you learn.
Yeah. I love the fact that you grab the flip-flop to demonstrate.
I'm a practical learner, I have to also... No, Payne is a really good teacher.
For sure.
Oy, oy, oy. More you hold, more it comes, right? Yeah. Wait, what? Wait, Sherry. Pause.
That's gonna get clipped, bro. That's gonna get clipped.
Sanj, bro, these guys they're setting me up sometimes. They want me, clearly English is not my first language, and sometimes they can say some stuff like can get me canceled.
Yeah. Oh man.
Same. Andrea actually helped me fix that issue. He said, stop obsessing over the money outcome and only worry about execution. You said it correctly for 1 year. Yeah, for sure. Like, screw money, like screw P&L. Don't be P&L focused, be process focused. Once you do that, like P&L is just the effect.
The byproduct.
The byproduct of being like following the process, being disciplined.
100%. I've always said to people, I think the quickest hack to fix most of your psychological problems is to have another source of income. The moment you don't need the markets to pay you, you can trade from such a carefree state of mind. You accept loss is easier, drawdown feels better. Everything just becomes so much easier to be process orientated in the long run.
For sure, 100%. I have 2 companies now. But thankfully, because I have those 2 companies, like I trade a lot. I get this question quite a lot. They ask me like, how are you so calm? Like when I lose, I can laugh. When I win, I can laugh. It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't affect me because how do I say it? It's if I only did trading, then when I say lose, I have a bad week, that would like affect me a lot, because it's like if it's only my income, it's gonna take a lot toll on me. How you say it?
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah,
it's gonna gonna really throw you off balance.
Exactly,
is maybe the way that I would put it.
Exactly. And when I have something on the side that I also do, it's like it helps you. You don't become so stressed. Like you're fine. If you fuck up a little here, you're fine because you have other stuff backing you up here. Yeah,
100%. But the thing is, I think this is for some people a little bit of a lost concept, because it seems like everyone today just wants to be a full-time trader. They want to have all their income coming only from the markets. And I love the dream, the vision, and the ambition, but I think it's so hard to do it when all your income is tied to something which is always going to be uncertain. It's very difficult.
Yeah, 100%. If you, Andrea also said this actually on some, so I think it was on an event or whatever. You should use trading to like multiply, grow your money, not to like think you can go. Like obviously, some people can do it, whatever, but rather use it as a vehicle to like build your money, like increase it, multiply it, then it's like from 0 to 1 million. It's super hard.
100%. I completely agree with that. And like you said, I think there are definitely exceptions to the rule. There are definitely people that do it, but the exceptions don't disprove the rule. The game is hard enough as it is. The moment you add pressure on there to need the market to do something, it becomes infinitely more difficult in the long run.
Exactly. For sure.
I truly believe, I think if most people put themselves in a situation where they don't need the markets to pay them because they have a job or business or a side hustle that will pay for most of their day-to-day expenses.
Exactly.
And then they risk that a size they're comfortable with, I think 80% of your psychological battles will disappear.
Yeah, exactly. Like in trading, risk the money you can lose, right? If you can't lose this money, you shouldn't trade. Like you shouldn't risk it. And
100%.
Yeah, for sure. Picturing Pav as a pro cyclist with huge quads. Okay, then.
He's saving that content for the Chart Fanatics OnlyFans. That'll be launching next week.
Let's see if we get a retracement. Like if we get something back down to VWAP and it's in correlation with value area low, that can be muy bien. That can be very good opportunity for me actually. That's quite a steep way down. Love the flip-flop example. That so true. What happens when you blow your account and you got no support system? Exactly. So if you have a side hustle or I don't know, a job on your side, whatever, like you go into, imagine if I went into trading and thinking like, okay, if I mess up today, I'm done. Compared to a guy that goes into trading is like, okay, I have this money, I'm gonna try to multiply. If I lose all of this, no problem. I have roof above my head, I have food. It's gonna work out, so it's okay.
I also think the unexpected benefit of having another source of income is it gives you something to do. There's a lot of people that look to trade just because they're bored and they've got nothing else to do except watch candles go up and down.
For sure. Exactly. You know, it's it's like if you go to a casino, for example, if you sit there too long, eventually you're gonna lose all your money.
100%.
And you're gonna stop thinking straight, like, and that's the same with trading. If you sit in front of the chart too much, like, you're gonna stop taking shitty trades, and soon, one after another, there goes your account.
100%. Completely agree.
Less is more. That's my motto in I have it in YouTube and all of that. Like my motto always been like less is more. Nothing like never do too much.
100%.
Do you think profitable traders have a lower resting? Do you think profitable traders have a lower resting heart rate?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I can tell you this. The longer I've been trading, this sounds a little like messed up, but I don't get as excited and how can you say? Stuff doesn't excite me anymore. It's like it has drained a little of your life. How do you say it in a good way? Fabio talked about this as well. You know when you get the adrenaline and all of that?
Yeah,
it doesn't happen as often to me anymore. Like it's you becoming numb almost. So like I don't have stress. My heart rate doesn't go up, down. Doesn't affect me. It's like you become almost like a robot. So you know when I noticed this, I was like, yo, I'm becoming a little too I'm becoming not human anymore. How do you say it?
I've always said it as the exact same thing you're talking about. I've always saying that like trading desensitizes you to money. The moment you can click a few buttons and make 3, 4, 5 figures potentially in a single trade, it changes your whole perspective of what money means to you. And that for me has had like, I've noticed that a lot in every aspect of life, but that idea of being desensitized has been huge.
Yeah. So this, for his question, he asked me about the heart rate. Personally, I don't feel anything more when I trade. When I lose, when I win, doesn't. It's same shit, to be honest. I just turn it off at 5 o'clock and then I love to go out in nature. Like, I always take a walk with my dog after this, like after the trading, all of that, go out in nature, disconnect from trading totally. Like I don't even look at it anymore.
Nice. I like that.
Wow, look at it dry up. Oy.
Trading is multiplying money, correctly said. Yeah, I completely agree.
Let's take a moment of applaud. Fabio bro worked as a plumber, server monitor at night, and deposited most of the money to broker, build capital with on-chain analysis on Bitcoin. Fabio is that's a whole different like beast. Like, and like Andrea said, if you want to make it in trading, like a lot of people, you can do it, but it requires like you being a little crazy, because it's how do you say it? Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to find my words for it. I think you guys understand. It takes a lot.
Yeah.
I think they found fair value. Yeah, maybe this was the move for today. They found fair value up here at 30,200. We start to consolidate, building value. What's gonna happen if we keep consolidating up here? The value area is gonna rise. So you're gonna see this line move up to maybe here, and then if price comes down here, I can still look for a long to like play the range now. But I'm still in the direction of the trend, right? So I can look for a long up to maybe POC, and then that's it. I only need $40 still. Less variable heart rate might be more accurate. Yeah. By the way, Fabio got scammed of 2 million on a broker shot. What?
Damn.
When was this, Sherry? Delusional is the word you're looking for. yeah, you gotta be a little
Yeah.
a little crazy, but you can make it for sure. It's not impossible. It's hard. Like being in a roller coaster psychology, lol, have to become numb like a trading cycle. Like literally, imagine like you have to click, like you trade, turn off the chart, go do your day, whatever you want to do. Come back, do the same thing, turn off, go. Like it becomes like a robot, and a robot doesn't have feelings. That's what I meant when you become numb almost. Sanj, why do you want to trade lower time frames? You gotta be warned of Nasdaqistan. It's not safe here.
On days like today, evidently. I think I mentioned it, a lot of it is just to find a little bit more balance from my swing trading. My swing trading over a long enough time frame is profitable, but it has a lot of variance. I have extended periods of drawdown. It's very, very normal for me, but I know my approach will make money in the long run. I want something that's a little bit shorter term to, if not in an ideal world, even if I could offset some of the losses or flat periods that my swing strategy will have, it will give me a little bit of the best of both worlds. But it's not something I ever considered before, because a lot of what I needed to get my business off the ground, I just didn't have the time. Swing trading was the best thing for me. It gave me so much flexibility to not be at the charts for extended periods. But life is moving in different ways. Things are a little bit different. So I feel like it's worth giving it another go.
Nice. Did your current site give you a chance to go long on a trade, or you missed? No setups for me for today. Nothing. I'm not chasing this. I'm waiting for a retracement. Yeah.
It's a really important way to look at things, right? Like I think there's a lot of people that maybe don't have clarity on what they want in the market, and they will look at days like today and say, how could I have found an opportunity? And they're constantly inventing new ways to, rethink or tweak their strategy to find ways to always participate. When you get really clear on what you want, having moments like this where you can look at a chart and it could be moving exactly like it is today and just say, you know what, it's not my day. It's not my day to participate and actively risk my capital. That's an active position. It's a part of your job that I think not a lot of people are really comfortable with.
Exactly. So that's the part of becoming a process focus, not P&L focus. P&L focus, I would look for opportunities.
100%.
Process focus.
I was telling you yesterday, I haven't taken a single trade in August yet. I took my first one last night.
Nice. Yeah, August was shit.
I mean, it's just one of those things where there's just not a lot going on. There's not a lot that I'm seeing that I like.
Yeah, of course. That's good. It means you're doing what you're supposed to do.
100%.
Sometimes I get people joining on my other streams when I stream on YouTube, and they're like, yo, you missed everything. Like, get good, kid. I'm like, oh my god. I'm not thinking, you know what I'm thinking in my head when I see something like that? I'm like, he's gonna learn eventually. So I know exactly in what stage he is when I see a comment like that.
100%.
Yeah. Hello from Argentina. Hello, Merlo. Welcome. I watch you daily with the translator. Nice. In these early days, it was hard. He's earned alongside skill of timing with China. Like now he has 10 million insurance. He pays for the trauma of pass. Oi, that's crazy. Losing $2 million for because of a broker. You probably crush swing trading Nasdaq then. Yeah, guys, maybe Sanj, I haven't seen if you teach people like how to trade swing trading. Do you do something like that?
No, I have a coaching business, but I only work with people on psychology. So outside of the trading stuff, I work as a performance coach, but I only teach the mental side of trading because it was my biggest hurdle. So none of what I share online is focused on the strategy side. And I don't work with people that don't have a strategy with a proven edge. My gap in the market is only helping traders that struggle with the consistency of applying their edge. But if you don't have a strategy already, then I'm probably not the right coach for you.
Okay, there you go. There you have. Guys, if anyone needs, you probably being a profitable trader is like being a high-level performer, just like any other industry. The success rate will be low no matter what you think. Reaching big money level industry is hard. Yes. Bro, Mac always hits people with like some crazy facts, like bam.
Yeah, it's true.
Thanks, Pablo. No worries. Been testing footprint and candle delta around key areas like value area low, etc. And today we got close to value low. It's okay. Don't think like you saw the opportunity, Dami. That's the important thing. Triggering is not that. That's the important thing. If you analyzed, you found an opportunity. Okay, maybe today you missed it, but still you saw it. That's the important stuff. Well done.
There's a quote that always stuck with me, and it said, "It's better to be out of the market wishing you were in than in the market wishing you were out." So I think days like this, always a good thing, man.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, for sure. You know, what was that? Wow, we're actually just keep pushing. Not a single retracement.
Crazy.
That's good. Maybe tomorrow we have maybe a small rebalance, and then I can look for something. Can remove this. Wow, look at that opening range. Anybody in a trade? Somebody took something? Big buyer stepping in.
Did you take a trade today? We are flat, my friend.
Flat. Mac top trade. Saw journey. He's on great level. Nice. Do you have a minute to break? Check out if any sets are just happening gold now. Oh, I don't trade gold. Couldn't analyze it because I don't know what I'm looking at if I'm looking at gold. Maybe Sanj has some insights for you. I don't know.
I'm not. I mean, I'm happy to flick over and take a quick look and show you what I would be looking at on the chart. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up my my chart real quick.
Did you take? Now, this is a good day. I like this day. You know, while you fix that, I love to, like the days I really stick to my psychology, like my rules, discipline. I feel like I get the, satisfaction. Compared to days when, okay, maybe I'll win a trade. But when the days when I really just sit on my hands, it's a lot better. Are you looking for retest and still longs? I'm looking for a pullback. I'm not jumping in on this. I don't have an edge in any of this. Just jumping in. I gotta wait. But I got 26 more minutes left. So if it doesn't happen before that, then no. That's it. I'm done for today. This is Nasdaq. Scalped it for $50 green. Nice, well done. PA looks interesting with compared to July 2nd. Nice. Maybe Sanj is gonna take it up now for you so you can see a little about gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna flick over. Mr. Producer, if we could change charts whenever you can.
had a limit on the chart before I closed Ninja Trade. Now I gotta know that my account is lost. Oh, that's messed up.
Okay, cool. I'll give you a very brief overview of what I would be looking for on gold. And again, take it with a pinch of salt. It's a little bit of a higher time frame perspective in mind. I personally wouldn't have a play as we currently stand. For those of you that used to tune in to my close of New York sessions, where I kind of gave you an insight as to what I look for on the charts, I'm looking to identify very objective ranges. So very obvious areas to do business. The two areas that really stand out for me is you've got this upper end weekly range here and this lower end weekly range here, which all stem from this week of the 8th of June. You can see we're currently tapping into the upper end weekly range. For me, the question becomes, what happens in this area? Are we going to be able to hold above this short-term swing high and maintain this area and then continue on long? Or are we going to fail this, create a little bit of a, some people will call it a liquidity sweep, a fake out, many different things. I look at this as a swing failure if we fail to hold this high, and then I would look for the reversion back into the range and play that. But right now, I don't feel like I have a good idea of what the market is trying to do here. I would personally be a little bit sidelines. I was very suspicious after that first bearish day that we would reclaim the range, but I wanted to see this area get lost before we create some move to the downside. So as we currently stand right now, I think momentum remains to the upside. Buying anywhere from either this swing high or this old weekly range end high makes sense. If we lose that, then I think we open up room to the downside. But I personally would be flat. It's just my current take. Whoever asked about gold, do you have a perspective or a play that you're looking at specifically? Can't even remember where the gold comment was.
I think it was, let me see. There's a lot of messages. I don't know. It was somebody.
Yeah.
Nice. I got a question. Do you trade? Sanj, do you know about auction market theory?
I don't. You know the guy that had that spoke about order flow on the podcast, he gave me my first insight to auction market theory. And again, sounded super interesting, but it's not something that I personally trade. You're analyzing the framework, but without the words. Maybe I'm wrong. If I am, it's not intentional. I've never studied it by any means, but I don't know. It sounds like maybe it's something I should look into if it's obviously very close to what I'm already doing.
I think it was Herman. Nice. Hey, Sam, thanks for the reply. Nice. Yeah.
Pleasure.
Here you go, guys. Oh, we have sellers stepping in now. This can be interesting.
Maybe let's flick back over to Pav's charts. There we go. Thank you very much.
Look at this. Sellers stepping in 171 contract. You know, by the way, there's a guy called Matteo Conti. He did a research about the big trades, the significance of it. I haven't have time to check it out, but from what I heard, there's an edge just following trades above 100 contract size, something like that. If you just like take a long, for example, as soon as this candle closes and go 1-to-1, there's like a 65% chance. Maybe somebody in the chat can confirm, or the optimal hold period for holding big trade. There you go. Kronos has hold period for following big trade is 20 minutes. Okay, so apparently if you go long after you see a big contract like this above 100 and you hold it for 20 minutes, then statistically you make money, like long term, whatever. So there's some small edge. Yeah. And something me and my community, when we trade, sometimes you see a big trade like, I don't know, 500, 700 or something. what I've seen is that we usually consolidate around that price. So that can also be an insight. Like if we see a big trade, like, I don't know, 400 here, you can almost anticipate that we chop around it for a while. So it can be, it's like an info to not try to go long or short, like wait till we break out.
Andre was referencing the gold chart. He said, was it not invalidated by that full green candle 4 to 5 days ago? So it depends on the time frame that you're looking at, right? This is why I said like short-term momentum, definitely to the upside in my eyes. But what it would look like from a weekly perspective would for me be very, very interesting. Given we're now already Thursday, how the week closes, like if you were to look at gold from that weekly perspective, I think it would be a very, very interesting weekly close. So that, again, is what I would personally be looking out for. But as we stand, I don't really have a play. I would prefer to be long rather than short, gun to my head. But sidelines for me. There's nothing that screams at me at the moment to want to get involved.
Nice, nice. Hello, Bella. Yes, Wednesday. On Deep Shot, did they release automated testing already? If yes, then it's overpowered. Yeah, they are releasing so you can test out automated trading ideas. That's gonna be sick, guys. If you want Deep Shot, you have code 30%. Use code CF. You can steal Matt Finnog's research and automate a strategy with it. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Guys, he posted it online, like anybody can take it and use it. Oi, 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 what's up, JC? It's been a while. How you doing, brother? Sanj, this guy is a crazy trader. His name is JC, and wow.
Yeah?
Yeah, he milks the market. Trust that.
JC, give us some signals, bro. We're flat. We haven't done anything.
What's up, Shasan? Doing decent but super busy lately? Yeah. Nice, nice.
I don't know. I'm only playing, man. We don't do that either.
Nah, JC's a great guy. He's really good. I learned picked up some stuff from him, and I started using it like 2 weeks ago. Dare I say, wait, let me, I think we took around, on these 2 weeks, maybe 9 trades total. No, 11, something like that. I have managed to win 7 out of them, 3 break even or whatever, and maybe 1, 2 loss, something like that. Like, yeah, trust me, the stuff he showed me one thing and I just implemented it. Works great. I'm gonna try to share it on Chart Fanatics here as well. The thing is, there's an issue with like, you know, with Deep Shot, you can only see one window at a time. I would like to like share all my windows, but the quality becomes bad. We gotta fix it. I don't know how we can do it. Because I have another, let me show you the chart I'm thinking of. So this is the chart that I'm using to base my entries off, and I pay attention to volume and the delta in the volume. Yeah, so it's easier to show in real time how I use it. But yeah, so maybe we can fix that one day so you guys can see it as well. No. If you want signal, let me borrow a camera, then I can zoom into JP Mo's office and I will tell you what they're doing. Okay. Noise. Sellers are stepping in now at the top. Look at that. Look at the delta on the profile on both sides. We're getting, buyers are failing at the top, sellers are stepping in, getting paid. Maybe we get a rotation now back lower. Guys, how did it go for you guys today? You up, down? Well, you're really mastering that, I guess. It's just additional information to add in your discretionary trade. Yeah, for sure, JC. As soon as I started implementing the, yesterday I did a trade with the server, with the Discord PM session, or like after the stream I had. Yeah, I took the account, like, was that what? $800. We took it up to 2K and we did it. And I used the stuff that you showed me. So definitely it's working.
Crazy.
I think trading psychology should be taught to traders. Trading psychology. Here you have Mr. Sanj.
Yeah, you're talking to the right guy. I would 100% agree with you. I truly believe, like, there's a lot of people that hate on the aspect of psychology. They'll tell you it's fake, it's not real. But like I said, I can tell you from my experience, it was my personal biggest challenge. And I find for a lot of people, I don't dismiss having the data, the technical edge. You need that 100% as your foundation. But then your entire ability to execute it relies on the quality and clarity of your mind. So I think trading psychology it's an important pillar. For me, it's like you need an edge, you need good psychology, and you need risk management. If you have the three of those things that work in alignment, you're giving yourself good odds of making money.
Nice. Yeah, I agree. Flat. Okay, nice. Jay's just looking down at us. Not good. Down. Okay. Happens. New day tomorrow. That's good profits. Super agree on Sanj on this. Fully agree. Yes. Nice. It's a good day. I like it. 30 minutes left and we did not take a single trade. We missed. You can see it like this. We missed the whole move, or I didn't just get an opportunity.
I look at it as we preserved capital. And if you live to fight another day, that's always a win, man.
That's a win, exactly. Nice. Is anyone watching the Robinhood Fund 2? Robinhood Fund 2? What's the... no, I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen that either.
Sandra, did you see the new Spider-Man movie?
Yeah, bro. I went to watch it last weekend.
How was it?
It's really good.
You liked
it?
If
you're into Marvel films, it's really good. You got to watch it.
I did watch it. Nah, I liked it. It was cool. I'm not that into Marvel movies, but yeah, I liked it. Who was that? What do you think? Who was that in this? Okay, by the way, spoiler alerts. I'm not gonna say too much, but
you watch the viewers go to zero now.
In the end, there was something in the space.
Yes.
What was that? For somebody that doesn't know what
I can only presume it's a teaser for Doomsday, which will be out, I think it's later this year.
Okay.
Again, if you follow the Marvel series, this will be the next big one in the pipeline. And I think it's a build-up for that. I'm not sure though.
Okay. When does Venom come into the, as you saw a teaser in I can't recall. I was like, is that Venom coming back as evil or whatever, and they're gonna fight it out?
I'm not sure. It was a good film. Did you watch the last Spider-Man before this, where they had all three of them in there?
Yeah. Yesterday, actually, I rewatched it.
Nice. Yeah, that was a good film. I enjoyed that.
Was it in that one that Venom appeared in the end?
I don't think so. I don't think Venom was in that one.
I could
be wrong.
Okay. I want to see that one. I want to see Spider-Man versus Venom, but it becomes a little contradicting. Venom was evil before, but now he's good, whatever. How is that gonna work out if they're gonna fight?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. JC says, in my system, I always allow human psychology. If my instinct tells me to take a trade, I will only allow once. Otherwise, I will always think I could have taken the trade, which is not good for my mental. Yeah, I get that completely.
Everyone here grew up with Spider-Man, unless... Yeah, I had everything with Spider-Man. Literally, I had everything with Spider-Man. Spider-Man was cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Sanj, where do you choose swing trade?
where I presume that's like, why did you choose swing trading? Honestly, it was the only, at that point in time, it was the only thing that I tried that I found consistency with. And I think I explained this on one of the previous streams. I think one of the biggest reasons behind it was purely because when I switched to making most of my decisions from a daily chart, there was so much time in between each decision. Most of my emotions had usually stabilized by then. And I fell in love with it. I liked having things run a little bit slower. I liked being a little bit more detached. And when I started finding some consistency, both in results and in my behavior, it fueled me to just want to pursue that path more. So I've been swing trading for a number of years now. But like I said, we're about to embark on a real journey going back into intraday trading. So it should be fun. Should be interesting.
Nice. Hulk is the man. It felt like for the first time. Yeah, he got like, he's been like a little goofy in the previous movies.
Yeah.
But now in the recent Spider-Man movie, it's like they revived him a little, man. It's like, because I compare him to, Invisible Hulk, where he was the most crazy.
Nah, I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen, guys, it's time to cancel Sanji. He does.
Yeah. This is where I log off stream.
Wait, Invincible. Surely it's
called Incredible Hulk.
Aye.
Yeah. I was like, Invincible? I was like, I haven't seen this one. Yeah, Incredible Hulk I have seen. Yeah.
You can cancel me. It's okay.
Yeah.
Incredible Hulk. My bad. Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah. This I've seen.
Yeah. I compared that Hulk to all the new Hulks. It's not the same. Literally, it's like day and night. I would love more of that. And it felt like in the last recent movie, that's when we came back to it a little.
Yeah, 100%. The boy Pav is flat and got no cakes. I'm getting all of the booty. We eating good this morning. I don't know what, Pav, I don't know what sort of crowd you brought in here today.
Yo, this is my crazy server, man.
Michaela, I'm like you, Sanj. That was my journey into swing trading. It feels so good that I'm not alone in that. It almost feels like a dying breed now. I feel like most traders just want to spend all their time on the 1 minute, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think for most people, I think it makes more sense to start with a higher time frame and then work your way down. Purely from a psychological perspective, most human beings suck at making good quality logical decisions in a short span of time. So I think if you can start adapting yourself to that probabilistic line of thinking from a higher time frame and then bring it down, it kind of makes more sense. At least that's the philosophy. I'm going to experience that in real time. So like I said, we'll laugh or cry together. It'll be one of the two.
Yeah, let's see. No, I agree. I want to scale up in time frame. I want to go to 5 minutes because 1 minute is too granular. It's too much. Like, even if I've traded it a lot now, but it's still like, I feel like I want to see a little less noise.
Does anything change for you in terms of your strategy going from a 1 minute to a 5 minute, where you apply the exact same framework?
You know what? No and yes. The thing is with the 1 minute, it's really good for timing, but that timing can also be like it's higher chance that it's a fake out. But now with the new approach that I've taken using the 5 minute, no, it's not gonna change how I trade. Actually, it's just gonna make it. It's gonna increase the win rate. It's gonna increase because I've tested it already. Increase the win rate. Lessen the stress. How you say it? You gotta be fast on 1 minute compared to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's not gonna affect my approach that much. No.
Sounds good, man. Preserve the hairline, man. I think it's a good move.
No,
you don't want to end up like this guy.
No, it's fine. If I lose the hair, I have the beard. If I lose the beard, yeah, then it's GG.
Yeah.
Then I gotta marry my fiance fast, so there's no you can't leave.
I say this to my fiance now. I'm like, we've been together too long for you to turn back. I was like, doesn't matter that I've got no hair now. It's been too long.
Oh shit. All right, see you, brother JC. Take care.
See you later, brother. Nice to meet you, man.
2 minutes works great. Yeah, Hulk has been going low on steroids over the years. The recent Hulk isn't like incredible, but he got a good revamp. Yeah, for sure. Great trade structure and better trade on M5. Nice, Bobby. Yeah, fun stream. I think a lot of people liked it. Wow, we really dried up in the market. Nothing. Slowly working our way back. Finding value.
The whole move was basically at the open. That was it.
Yeah, that was it. Just straight up shot it up. Not a single retracement. Maybe this small, but yeah, that's too small retracement for me to even jump in on. Yeah, just been working our way up. Let me see if we touched IVB protection. No, we did not. At all.
Yeah, it's a long way off.
Yeah. Let me see also, we have options. I want to see if we reacted to a specific level. Okay, yeah, we find some resistance here. Option levels, you can't be too granular. Like, obviously with anything, you can't be like, oh, it gotta react exactly to this line or whatever. No. So this area was an option area and we rejected it. Now we're just consolidating.
I don't know if an IVB play is the move today. Yeah, I think Pav said the same thing earlier.
Yeah, no. Today it's too. The range is too big. It's not.
Yeah. It's ironic as well because that was like the first question that I asked you about it. I was like, if the range is too wide, do you dismiss it? And I mean, it's turned out to be one of those days.
Yeah. No, but yeah, it's too big. So usually, say I took a long here, whatever. You can make money on this for sure. Depends on how big stop and the risk reward and whatever. But if I want to go for protection level, yeah, I don't think so. It's gonna go against ADR like we talked in the beginning.
Yeah.
Volume dried up. There's a lot of stuff.
I think we're gonna be winding down in a couple of minutes, guys. The most flat pancake stream I've ever lurked on. Yeah, unfortunately, the price action today has kind of dictated the mood of the stream, man.
Sleep Chip, did you take a trade? He's from my side. He also trades IVB. The most flat pancake. I did not see anything today, actually. Nothing. Yesterday as well. Okay, we had momentum today, but yesterday we had nothing. Literally.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, important point. If you have enjoyed today, hopefully we get some more streams in the future where there is some more tradable opportunities, but make sure you're liking the stream, subscribing to the channel. Very, very important. We have tons more streaming days ahead of us. We love to engage and connect with you guys. So make sure you're subscribed. We'll be sure to catch up with you guys in some of our future sessions as well.
For sure, for sure. Thank you guys for having us today. Good luck if you're gonna keep trading, and see you next week.
Been an absolute pleasure. See you guys in the next one. Take care.